this. We're not
Here we
responsible.
go. Tip, I'm start with you. What's the best gift Common ever gave you?
This were not as of late there. We go let them know start with you. What's the best gift normal at any point? Gave you hello Tiffany, as you probably are aware, is for me like perhaps of the best individual I've met in life, like one of the best-hearted and most bona fide and caring individuals that I met at like numerous VIP connections, Tiffany Haddish. And Normal tapped out soon after 1 year of dating in 2021, remarking on the relationship. After the separation, Tiffany said it was the best relationship she had at any point. Had yet a new disclosure from Normal about the relationship is by all accounts something contrary to what the humorist guaranteed in this video. We will dig into Normal's disclosure about the relationship. Stay tuned as we disentangle the subtleties of their separation together and discussing your companions so you're in a decent, solid, superb best relationship. I've been correct now. Tiffany Haddish once depicted her relationship with rapper Normal as astounding, much to her dismay that only a couple of months after the fact she would end up recuperating a wrecked heart. Her public assertions clarified that this split profoundly impacted her, leaving her steamed and disheartened. Reports recommend that it was essentially considered Normal's choice to cut off their friendship, and this activity caused Tiffany gratuitous agony. However, before we go further into the team's relationship, we should investigate their previous connections before her relationship with Normal. Tiffany had been hitched to a man named William Stewart. While Little has had some significant awareness of Haddish's ex, their relationship appears to have been disagreeable. Soon after 3 years of marriage, Tiffany petitioned for legal separation, blaming William for oppressive way of behaving during their marriage. This allegation brought about Stewart documenting a criticism claim against her. Ultimately, they settled the claim beyond court. Following this section, Tiffany kept a moderately low-profile love daily routine, at times taking part in short experience connections, yet Normal then again has been associated with a few connections, incorporating some with elite superstars like Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, and Erykah Badu. In 2017, he entered a relationship with political lobbyist Angela Rye, yet couldn't settle with her on Risebub recording on one with Angela Rye. She uncovered that the two of them needed various things. We had been talking, most likely for a very long time, about how about we see where things go on the grounds that I'm inclining towards I need children. And he was inclining towards I don't realize she made sense of. After his separation with Angela, Normal focused on looking for treatment to address his adoration dependence. This choice ended up being a huge accomplishment, as Normal shared that he had uncovered significant bits of insight about himself during these treatment meetings. This recently discovered mindfulness drove him to a place where he was at last prepared for a sound relationship, one that could try and prompt marriage. And it was during that period that he met Tiffany Haddish when they co-featured in the film The Kitchen in 2019. Anyway, their relationship was dispassionate. At first, the next year, they matched on Blender, went on a virtual date, and isolated together before Haddish affirmed their relationship on Steve-O's Wild Ride in August 2020. Stand By Our Kinship was getting somewhat more than companionship, however, not exactly on the grounds that he was messaging you after 10. Furthermore, we were like isolated, so then it resembled we're FaceTiming constantly and afterward. I'm similar to, well, you ought to look at Blunder from that point on. Their relationship advanced rapidly as they chose to move in together and couldn't quit discussing each other during interviews. Tiffany drummed up some excitement on Instagram Live when she gladly presented Normal close by Gabriel Association, and Dwayne Swim. Their connection was unquestionably charming, and many fans believed that their relationship planned to prompt something extraordinary. Talking about the relationship, Tiffany was cited as saying, I feel more sure about me. And not him's doing it, I'm simply way more joyful. And like realizing I have someone thinks often about me that truly has my back. It seems as he does at any rate. And I love it. I love him anyway. only a couple of months into their relationship, individuals started to see a huge change in their conduct. They turned out to be strikingly less dynamic via virtual entertainment, began keeping away from inquiries concerning their relationship, and surprisingly, declined meats through and through as a matter-of-fact truth. When Tiffany commended her 41st birthday, she communicated her craving for something fantastic from normal. She said, "I'm truly trusting my man, and I can go on a sightseeing balloon outing and have a decent feast that I might want to do each birthday attempt to accomplish something I've never finish before I feel like it's a thrilling lifestyle choice life, magnificent lady, a sovereign, and a wonderful individual man. You realize I care for a ton partake in her and I'm thankful to have her in my life. So sadly none of these desires materialized as all normal skilled her were blossoms well. This isn't to imply that roses are definitely not an exquisite present, yet it appeared to be fairly musically challenged when Tiffany had obviously conveyed her longings likewise. Her desires were not out of normal span, as plainly he could manage the cost of them, yet that was not all, as Tiffany additionally believed that normal should propose with a piece of land you realize they present you. With a ring I maintain that he should give me the deed to a duplex, or a 36 plants present me with an apartment complex, the young lady trip star expressed. And this was the way Normal answered the solicitation. Yes, she generally said that she was tied in with getting that land. I love that I imply. That is correct. I regard that you realize you must give a lady what she needs, the rapper said anyway. This didn't seem like a man with quick intents to propose, particularly not with land, not excessively lengthy. After that, sources close Tiffany affirmed that Normal had cut off their friendship following an extended period of dating. Talking about the separation, familiar said it was a shared one during a genuine meeting with Jason Lee. We came to the comprehension to separate, and that this will be best as far as we're concerned to in any case keep on cherishing one another, and to show up for one another isn't to be in a heartfelt connection. Since we will not have the option to provide for that, we're discussing Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany had a plunked down with the Washington Post, and she was discussing her relationship with Normal. She said it was solid, it was amusing, it was presumably perhaps of the most clever relationship she's been in. It was protected. And afterward, out of nowhere, it didn't work. And it's not a result of her. She said the inclination wasn't common, that they were together, and afterward, out of nowhere, Normal hit her with a message and said it's the connections. He additionally conceded that their bustling timetables added to the elements that stopped their relationship. As per him, once pandemic limitations were lifted, their correspondence endured a shot, since the two of them needed to get back to their bustling plans for getting work done. Once Tiffany and I got back progressing, it truly didn't consider us to invest as much time and set as much focus on our relationship. I don't think the affection truly scattered. I think it was very much like we weren't taking care of the relationship, he said. Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back moving, it truly Tiffany then again had a totally alternate point of view on how the separation unfurled. And it was a long way, according to her perspective. Despite the fact that she communicated that I'm fine with it, there are new open doors. I, in all actuality, do miss him occasionally. Yet that is typical in any personal connection. I'm good with it, the jokester uncovered. Tiffany emphatically disproved Hall, guaranteed that the separation was common, and surprisingly, declared that he finished things via telephone. She described it was more him saying, "I think this relationship has run its course, and I resembled Oak like you will be a 50-year-old single man." Oak, during the meeting with Hollywood opened, she expressed that she was shocked by center meeting and remarks, "I was disheartened, I was exceptionally frustrated. I resembled gracious Oak. That is not everything you said to me yet, Oak, yet." Before the call, Tiffany made sense of that. Normal started giving her indications that their relationship was reaching a conclusion by not welcoming her to occasions, remembering a show for New York. He neglected to welcome her to a birthday celebration for Barack Obama, and surprisingly, His own birthday, which in the end prompted the separation, she added. He may be the kind of individual that never truly settles with someone perhaps he resembles, you realize, like a honeybee going from one blossom to another to bloom. I don't realize I wish him only euphoria and satisfaction, you realize. He will continuously be cool. She likewise noticed that she needed to determine from her marketing specialist that the separation would have been unveiled in the month. It was nevertheless she wasn't wounded by the actual separation, told no one. So this is my thing, like how does your business about your relationship get out if by some stroke of good luck, two individuals realize that it's over? I have no something like two individuals and my camp realize that it was over Oak. And I'm certain a lot of individuals in his camp knew in light of the fact that our show was calling them like, can you all get my stuff out of his home? Might you at any point send it to me anyway next?